In the wild, death does not always come with a roar. Sometimes it comes silently, delivered through two hollow fangs in less than a second. Across forests, deserts, grasslands, and oceans, snakes have evolved one of nature's most efficient weapons, venom. It is not anger. It is not revenge. It is survival, refined over millions of years. But how deadly can a snake truly be? And what makes some species capable of ending a life in minutes? Tonight we step into the hidden world of Earth's most venomous snakes, where chemistry becomes a weapon and survival is measured in seconds. Before we descend into the shadows of the world's most lethal hunters, make sure to subscribe to our Wonder Doc Studio channel and join us on this journey into the unknown. Venom is not a single poison. It is a complex cocktail of proteins and enzymes designed to immobilize prey. Some venoms attack the nervous system, shutting down communication between brain and body. Others destroy tissue, blood cells, or internal organs. Scientists classify these broadly into neurotoxins, hemotoxins, cytotoxins, and cardiotoxins. But in the wild, labels don't matter. What matters is speed. A perfectly delivered bite can paralyze prey before it even realizes it has been struck. We begin not with a giant, but with a tiny irritable shadow, the saw-scaled viper. It barely reaches 2 feet in length, yet it is the most prolific harvester of human life on this list. While other snakes are rare, this viper is everywhere, hidden in the sands of Africa and the Middle East. Its lethality isn't just about the bite, it's about the chemistry. Its venom contains metalloproteinases that literally dissolve the glue holding your capillaries together. Statistical data shows that in regions where it thrives, it causes more human deaths than all other local snake species combined. One average strike delivers roughly 12 milligrams of venom, a tiny dose, yet only 5 milligrams is enough to end a human life. It is the efficient killer, proving that in the world of venom, the smallest dose can cause the greatest catastrophe. In the African canopy, beauty is a lethal trap. The boomslang is a masterpiece of deception. For decades, it was thought to be harmless because its fangs are located in the back of its mouth. We were wrong. The data tells a horrifying story. Its venom is a hemotoxin so powerful it overrides the body's ability to clot blood entirely. A single adult boomslang carries about 1.6 to 8 milligrams of venom. To us, that sounds like nothing, but the lethal dose for a human is a staggering 0.1 milligrams. That means one single snake carries enough chemical glass to liquidate the internal organs of 80 adults. It is a slow, rhythmic transition. You feel fine for hours while internally you are slowly weeping from every vein. Australia's marshes hold a predator that refuses to choose a single way to kill. The tiger snake is a generalist. Its venom is a triple threat cocktail, targeting the blood, the muscles, and the nerves simultaneously. The numbers are chilling. An average milking of a tiger snake yields 35 milligrams of venom. However, its toxicity is so refined that a mere 0.6 milligrams is the lethal threshold for a human. In one strike, this snake delivers enough biological weaponry to execute 60 people. If the neurotoxins don't stop your lungs within minutes, the myotoxins begin to dissolve your muscle tissue into a toxic sludge that shuts down your kidneys. It is a total body failure delivered in a fraction of a second. Now we meet the king. It is the longest venomous snake on Earth, reaching lengths of 18 feet. It doesn't have the highest toxicity on this list, but it wins through industrial-scale overkill. While a tiger snake deals in milligrams, the king cobra deals in milliliters. A single defensive bite can inject a massive 700 milligrams of neurotoxin. Even though its venom is less potent than a taipan's, the sheer volume is enough to drop a 12,000-pound African elephant or 20 grown men in one sitting. It is the only snake that looks you in the eye with a terrifying, calculated intelligence, knowing it carries a literal bucket of poison behind its fangs. In the tall grasses of Southeast Asia, this is the sound of a death sentence. The Russell's viper is not the most toxic, but it is one of the most destructive to the human body. It is a vascotoxic specialist. The data is terrifying. A single bite delivers about 70 milligrams of venom, but it only takes 40 to 70 milligrams to kill a healthy adult. It is a perfect 1-to-1 ratio of death, but the true mystery is what happens to those who survive. The venom triggers a massive systemic clot that can cause your pituitary gland, the master gland of your brain, to hemorrhage and die. Survivors often suffer from spontaneous aging, hair loss, and a total loss of hormones. It doesn't just try to end your life, it tries to erase who you are. Africa's fastest and most feared shadow. The Black Mamba can travel at 12 miles per hour, but it is the dendrotoxins in its fangs that define its legend. While most snakes on this list have heavy venom molecules, the mamba's toxins are ultra-lightweight. The math is simple and brutal. One average strike delivers 120 milligrams of neurotoxin. The lethal dose for a human, a mere 10 to 15 milligrams. In one defensive burst, this snake carries enough liquid fire to execute 12 grown men in under 20 minutes. Without anti-venom, the mortality rate is a chilling 100%. Your eyelids droop, your vision blurs, and before you can walk a mile, your heart simply forgets how to beat. It is a high-velocity executioner that leaves no room for hope. The krait is a ghost that haunts the night. Found across Southeast Asia and China, its bite is so small and painless that victims often sleep right through it. But while you dream, a silent war is being waged inside your synapses. The data reveals a presynaptic nightmare. Most venoms block the signal to your muscles. The krait's venom destroys the nerve endings entirely. An average milking yields 5 milligrams, yet the lethal dose is a microscopic 0.1 milligrams. That tiny 5 milligram payload is enough to paralyze the lungs of 50 adults. Even with anti-venom, the paralysis can last for weeks because the body must literally regrow its nervous system to breathe again. It is a biological shutdown command that is almost impossible to reboot. This is Australia's most efficient killer. The eastern brown snake is responsible for more deaths in Australia than any other species. It is high-strung, nervous, and incredibly fast. Its venom is a procoagulant powerhouse. It triggers the prothrombin in your blood to turn into thrombin at a rate that defies medical logic. Within minutes of a bite, A victim's blood pressure collapses as their entire circulatory system turns into a massive, stagnant clot. One average bite yields 5 to 10 milligrams of venom, but its potency is so high that 3 milligrams is enough to stop a human heart. It is the ultimate urban assassin, hiding in backyards and striking with a toxicity that ranks second among all land snakes. If the king cobra is a blunt instrument, the Coastal Taipan is a surgical laser. Found along the northern and eastern coasts of Australia, this is arguably the most dangerous snake to encounter on Earth. It is nervous, fast, and possesses the most evolved delivery system in the reptile kingdom. While most snakes bite and hold, the Coastal Taipan uses a snap attack, striking multiple times with incredible precision. One average milking yields 120 milligrams of venom, but its ceiling is a terrifying 400 milligrams. Given that its lethal dose for a human is just 2 milligrams, a single agitated taipan carries enough chemical weaponry to end the lives of 200 adults. Its secret? Toxin, one of the most potent neurotoxins ever isolated, which short-circuits the heart and lungs simultaneously. Finally, we reach the summit. The Inland Taipan, known to scientists as Oxyuranus microlepidotus, and to the world as the fierce snake. The statistics for the Inland Taipan aren't just high, they are biologically nonsensical. It possesses the most toxic venom of any land snake ever measured. Its LD50 rating is a microscopic 0.025 milligrams per kilogram. To put that in perspective, one single bite contains an average of 44 milligrams of venom, with a maximum recorded yield of 110 milligrams. That one strike carries enough lethal power to execute 100 full-grown men, or an incredible 250,000 mice. 10 creatures, 10 different ways to silence a heartbeat. We study them not to fuel our nightmares, but to respect the absolute precision of life. In the vast silent stretches of our planet, these snakes remain the final guardians of the seconds, a reminder that nature's greatest power is often hidden in a single golden drop. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the abyss.